Yes, sir.
Okay. So in last lecture, we discussed a graphical method, graphical procedure to draw a cam profile when the follower given is either knife edge follower. Also, we discussed for a roller follower and the case when it is radial as well as offset. I think you understand that procedure when the follower is knife edge, when the follower is radial, so knife edge, radial or offset, and the follower is roller follower and it is radial. We discuss at the same time we discuss different types of follower motions to draw displacement diagram. Like I hope we discuss SHM, we discuss uniform motion, whether we discuss uniform acceleration and retardation procedure, how to draw displacement diagram when the motion is uniform acceleration and retardation. Yes, in the theory lecture we discuss when we were discussing analysis. Only thing remaining is we have to discuss now through this numerical. I try to cover two parts. The first part, when how to draw displacement diagram when the follower motion is cycloidal motion. At the same time, how to draw a cam profile when the follower is a flat face follower. So basic aim for this lecture is you must be able to understand how to draw a displacement diagram, follower displacement diagram when the motion of follower is cycloidal motion, and the cam profile, how to draw cam profile when the follower is flat face follower. Is it okay? You understand what to learn through these lectures or through this numerical particularly? Are you getting on what we are going to discuss now? Because before starting, you must know what we are going to do it now. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear which motion we are going to discuss now?
Yes, sir.
Which motion? Which follower motion we are going to discuss? Remaining one, fourth one remaining, that is cycloidal motion. Four motions we seen. One is uniform motion, other one is SHM, next one is uniform acceleration and retardation motion. That also we discussed. The remaining was cycloidal motion. So in this numerical we discuss how to draw displacement diagram when the motion is cycloidal motion, and of course we discuss a cam profile procedure to draw cam profile when the follower is flat face follower. So this is a good concept we have to understand here, a new concept. Okay, so just see the given data. What is given? Flat face follower is given. For this flat face follower, base radius of the cam, base circle radius of the cam is 30 mm. Theta O is equal to 120 degree. In bracket it is given cycloidal. Means first there is rise and the angle turned by cam during rise is 120 degree. After rise there is dwell. The angle turned by cam during dwell is 60 degree. As you know, during dwell follower is stationary. There is no motion. While after dwell there is return. So follower first rises, then dwell, and it returns back. But the angle turned by cam when the follower returns during that motion is 90 degree, and the motion of follower in this stroke is a cycloidal motion. So what we understand here, during both strokes, that is rise as well as return, the motion is cycloidal motion. And how much angles are given? 120 degree, 60 and 90 degree. Now we know about which motion it is, how much rise angle is, how much return angle is, how much dwell angle is. One more information given, stroke of the follower is 50 mm and the clockwise rotation of the cam. So cam rotates clockwise. Why it is essential? You might remember, depends on this, we have to divide your base circle. So if follower rotates clockwise, then we have to take anti-clockwise way. If it rotates anti-clockwise, then we are going in a clockwise fashion to use principle of kinematic inversion. So this data is given. Now remember, the first step, as we know in drawing displacement diagram, is to draw this x and y axis. So here already it is x-axis is drawn, at the same time y-axis also drawn, and how much one rectangle also you can see this rectangle is drawn here. How much height of this rectangle will be? This is your displacement diagram. How much height of this rectangle will be?
50 mm.
Yes, in this case it is 50
Yes.
mm. Remember, the height of the rectangle is equal to s, nothing but stroke of the follower. So how much it is given here? 50 mm. So scale on y-axis we consider here is 1:1. So on y-axis we take 1:1 scale, and we drawn here 50 mm stroke of the follower. So this is 5 centimeter height for a y-axis. Now on x-axis, what scale we taken here? As it is, you can see 120, 60, and 90. So we try to take equal divisions here. I have to take 6. You may take a number of parts, but we take here 6 parts. So let's say first 6 parts during rise and 6 parts during return. To get these 6 parts, The angle is 120 degree. So scale taken for rise stroke, outward stroke is 1 centimeter is equal to 20 degree. So how many divisions? How many parts we have to take? 1 centimeter is equal to 20, means parts are 6. So I divide this rise stroke into 6 parts, 6 equal parts. And in this case, each division is equal to how much each division is? This one division is equal to corresponding to
20 degree.
20 degree. Because total angle is 120 divided by 6 is equal to 20 degree. That is our scale. So we divide rise stroke into 6 parts. There is no need to divide this dwell period. But scale will take for dwell also. How much angle given is 60 degree. So we take 1 centimeter is equal to 30. You can take different scale for rise, return, and dwell. So I take here 1 centimeter is equal to 30 degree scale. So 30 degree means this total 60 is nothing but 2 centimeter. So try to take a minimum space for a dwell. Because dwell, there is no need to divide it, only that part during that period, follower is stationary. So we'll take minimum length of the dwell period. So it is 60 degree. So we take scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 30 degree. So as 1 centimeter is equal to 30 degree is our scale, and hence this distance on dwell is how much? How much is distance on x-axis? For dwell, how much it is?
1 centimeter.
Scale, yes. How much centimeter it is?
2 centimeter.
Yes, it is 2 centimeter because angle is 60 degree. Scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 30 degree. And hence for 60 degree, the distance is 2 centimeter. So here it is 6 centimeter. Here it is 2 centimeter for a dwell, and remaining is 90 degree. So I have to take 6 parts. Therefore, what scale we prefer here is, it is 1 centimeter is equal to 15 degree. So 90 degree is equal to 6 centimeter. And 1 division is equal to 1 centimeter. So 6 parts we take, scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 15 degree. So rise we take 6 centimeter, dwell we take 2 centimeter, and return we take again 6 centimeter. But remember, during rise, the 1 centimeter corresponding to 20 degree, while during return, 1 centimeter corresponding to 15 degree. So I think you come to know what scale you prefer for x and y axis. Now after this, we have to draw displacement diagram after making these divisions. And when the follower is moving with cycloidal motion, to draw displacement diagram, we need to draw one circle. And for circle, we have to draw here. As we know, the follower is, we know that in cycloidal motion is produced basically when a circle is rolling over a flat surface, or when a circle is rolling over a cylindrical part. A circle again, another circle again. So how much that rolling circle is? So radius of, in order to find radius of rolling circle, we have to consider this equation. So S is equal to, S means stroke, is equal to 2 pi r, where r is equal to S upon 2 pi. So we have to find out radius of that rolling circle. So radius of that rolling circle is equal to S upon 2 pi, where S is 50, as it is given here, 50 mm upon 2 pi. And hence radius of the rolling circle is 7.95 mm. Keep in mind, it is in mm, approximately 8 mm. So the radius of rolling circle we obtain here. So before proceeding for drawing displacement diagram, this is your given data, and we just take a scale on x and y axis. Is it clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question is where to draw this rolling circle. You can draw a rolling circle on by joining this diagonal also, on anywhere on this diagonal, or we can draw anywhere on this x-axis. So you can see here now how this rolling circle is drawn. Okay. Now see, here we divide this theta O, that is theta rise stroke into 6 parts, return stroke into 6 parts, scale we taken. Now we have to draw this rolling circle. How much radius of this rolling circle is? This is essential to understand. We can draw anywhere on this x-axis, not at this corner. You can take at this center also, or we can take anywhere here. Yes, how much radius of this corner circle is? Yes, how much it is? Or how to find out this? Anyone please tell me how to find out radius of the circle? I just explained. Not getting? Don't know? I just explain it. How to find radius of this rolling circle, or you can call it
F by
generating
2 pi.
circle. Yes. Radius of rolling circle is equal to B. I just told you S is equal to 2 pi r, and hence R is equal to S upon 2 pi. Where S is stroke of the follower upon 2 pi. This is generating circle. Circle which is used to draw a cycloidal curve, basically. So this is generating circle, tracing circle, and its radius is found out by using this formula. Now see next procedure what to do. After getting this radius 7.95 mm, we can draw a circle at certain distance from this vertical axis, passing through O, or I can say 0. Next, I'll just explain through this video. You can see now. So what to do? We have to divide this.
The ordinate or y-axis.
Now see what to do is, here we draw just y-axis here parallel to this vertical axis of the displacement diagram, and we need to divide this rolling circle from first coordinates. First quadrant we can say. So from first quadrant, positive x-axis, I have to divide this. Now how many parts we can take? Remember here we take 60 degree. Each part is equal to 60 degree. Why 60 degree? Why we take 6 parts only? I have to divide the circle into 6 parts. Tell me anyone logic why we take 6 parts here? Means I want to divide the circle into 6 parts. Why? Because these points I'm going to generate, I'm going to produce on a y-axis. But on x-axis, how many parts we taken? 6 parts. If on x-axis we take 6, other than 6 parts, let's say 8 parts, 12 parts, then you can take 12 or 8 parts here. But as already the 6 parts are considered here during rise as well as return, hence I divide the circle into 6 parts. Is it clear why to divide into 6 parts? Or I'm not saying only 6, we can divide into number of parts. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So just divide that circle into parts. How many parts? Yes. How we get idea in how many parts we have to divide that circle? From where we decide this? Yes.
Number of parts we taken on x-axis.
Yes. How many divisions we take on x-axis? That is important. So if we take 6 divisions here, we have to take 6 parts here. So now divide this into 6 parts. And from positive x-axis, keep in mind. So the first one, positive x-axis will be 0. Next division 6. Now 6 parts means 360. Total angle is 360 degree. 360 divided by 6. So how much each angle is? 60 degree. So you might see in here, we mark the first angle at is equal to 60 degree. You can see now how it is marked. So here it is 0. First angle is 0. Then you can see mark here it is at 60 degree. You can see from here it is 60 degree. So mark first position. Next 120. Second position. Third one is 180. So join that divisions. First one is 60 degree angle. And opposite will be again same because no need to divide again in the opposite way. So we can divide this in this way. So these are 2 divisions you obtain. Next to here for 120. Join diameter of the circle. Okay. Now give naming. So first one is 0, 1, 2, 3 on say opposite to 0, 3, 4, 5 and 6 again at the place of 0. Is it clear how we divide this circle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We divide into 6 parts, and why 6 parts also I told. It's very simple procedure, just try to understand. The student think that this cycloidal is complicated to draw, but it is not complicated. Once you understand procedure, it's very simple. I hope you understand how to draw SHM, uniform motion, uniform acceleration and retardation. The last one is cycloidal one. I'm talking about displacement diagram first. About cam profile drawing, we'll discuss later. So first we have to draw the circle, and how much radius I told you, how many parts I told you. Next now we see, once we join these circles, once we divide these circles, and we name this circle into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what next step we have to draw is, we need to project these points which are marked on the circles on a y-axis. So here projection of 1 and 2 on y-axis, projection of 3 and 6 on y-axis. Next to join 4 and 5, project on y-axis. So we get 3 points on y-axis corresponding to projection of 1 and 2, projection of 3 and 6, and projection of 4 and 5. So next step you have to draw is just take projections. Now after this you can see we are going to project these points on a, you can see this on the points, that is projection of 4 and 5 we are projecting here on y-axis. This point represents projection of 4 and 5. Then projection of 3 and 6. Then projection already there are 0. Here it is projection of 2 and 1. Now listen, you can draw this circle at the center of this diagonal also, but it gives you complications. Hence, try to draw circles as discussed here. The points are, you know that, see the points. We projected these points 3, 0, and 6 here, 4, 5 here, 1, 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 6, and 4, 5 are the projection of these corresponding points on circle on a y-axis of a displacement diagram. After projecting these points, see the next step now. We need to join diagonal. So join this diagonal with opposite corners. Okay. So this is a centered diagonal joining two opposite corners of rise stroke. Now after this, after getting this diagonal, what we'll do next is, you can see why it is 3 dash. On this diagonal we mark 3 dash and 6 dash. Why it is? So you can see here this diagonal, at this point we project 2 points 3 and 6. So projection of 3 and 6 is lying on this diagonal, passing through diagonal. So you can see here it is 0. Projection of whenever this diagonal intersect vertical projection through 3, it is 3 dash, and whenever it intersect vertical projection through 6, it will be 6 dash. So we get points 0, 3 dash, and 6 dash by drawing a diagonal passing through projection of this 0, 3, 6, or a line passing through 0, 3, 6. Similarly, we can draw a line through this 4, 5 parallel to this diagonal, and similar to this 1, 2 parallel to diagonal to get projections of these points. Now let's see how we do it. So we have drawn a parallel line through this diagonal passing through the remaining 2 projections points. So this is projection line for a 1, 2. You can see 1, 2 projection. So on this line, somewhere you get 1 dash and 2 dash. So 1 dash is on projection through 1 on a vertical axis, and 2 dash is here through 2. So 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash we obtain, 6 dash we obtain, remaining are 4 and 5. So to get projection of 4 and 5, just draw a line parallel to diagonal passing through projection of 4, 5. So whenever this line intersect projection through 4, vertical projection through 4 and 5, it will be 4 dash and 5 dash. Now see here, it is projection of 4, 5, this line. It intersect vertical projection through 4 at this point, so it is 4 dash. Here it is 5 dash. So we get 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash by doing this procedure. Now join these points by smooth curve to obtain a cycloidal curve. We see in cycloidal motion is best suitable motion. As per analysis, we consider velocity, acceleration, and jerk, and it is most suitable method. So this is this we can do for rise stroke. Now for return stroke, we can repeat the same procedure by drawing diagonal center here, circle here. But as the procedure during this stroke is similar during rise and return, we just project these points on a corresponding projections. So here it is 6. You can see this is on a dual period. Now next, now tell me after 6 dash, 5 dash. So 5 dash in which point on in return stroke is corresponding point? Means as the procedure 7 dash. So 5 dash, 7 dash, 4 dash, 8 dash, 3 dash, 9 dash, 2 dash, 10, 1, 11, and 0, 12 correspondingly. As the procedure, I remember here we can transfer as it is because the motion is same during rise and return. But always it will not happen. It may happen that during rise the motion is different. That is, let's say during rise motion is SHM, and in return the motion is cycloidal motion. At that time we have to use separate procedure. But here you can transfer this point as the motion is similar as that of a rise stroke. So transfer these points from rise stroke to return stroke by projecting these points on this corresponding vertical projections. Okay. So we can see how like this we can take projections. So 5 dash up to projection through 7. Okay, vertical projection through 7. So here we get 7 dash. Likewise, we'll get different points like 4 dash. When I take project this 4 dash, you know the corresponding point is yes. Now which point you obtain? Yes, please. Which will be next point here? 8 dash,
8 dash.
9 dash, 10 dash, and so on. So likewise, project these points, horizontal projections up to corresponding projection through corresponding vertical projections. Yes. Like this. Okay. So this one is 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash, and this one is 12 dash. Again, join this by a smooth curve. We obtain, and the curve that we obtain during return stroke is also a cycloidal curve. So likewise, we seen a procedure to draw a cycloidal motion of a follower during rise and return. Can anyone explain me this procedure again? Very simple procedure, yes. Please, anyone? And then we'll discuss graphical of cam profile drawing. Yes, please. Yes, tell me step by step procedure, please. Can anyone? I'm asking. कोणाला समजलं असेल सांगा. Otherwise, getting or not? You understand or not? Procedure to draw this cam profile. Sorry, displacement diagram. Good. Okay, some students already drawn it. They share me photo. Good. So, anyone please explain me? If you are able to draw, means you understand it. Yes, please. Okay, students are sharing me photo of this displacement diagram. Good it is. So you explain please. Those who completed drawing displacement diagram. Sorry, patkan explain kara. Anyone please. Just displacement diagram to draw when the follower motion is cycloidal motion. Can any? Yes, please. At least तुम्ही जर सांगितलं मला कळेल तुम्हाला समजले का नाही समजले. Otherwise I hope means I don't understand whether you are getting or not. Aaron. Okay, I'll ask now one by one. Yes, Aaron, you understand this procedure of drawing cycloidal profile? I think he's.
Yes, sir.
So can you explain?
Sir, actually, I joined late, sir.
Then how you
So
understand?
just, sir, explain करू का?
Yes.
Sir, we find the radius of the circle by the
Okay.
formula x is equal to 2 pi r,
Hmm.
and then we divide it into 6 equal parts,
Okay.
and then we draw the corresponding points, joining. We join the points 1 and 2 by a line, then 3, 6, 4, 5, and we respectively project them on the y-axis of
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 6, and 4, 5, and
Okay.
we from that points we draw the diagonals. From the point 6 we first draw a diagonal, and then we project the point which is on our x-axis, that is 3, 6. We project it on the diagonal, that is 3 dash and 6 dash, and then we draw the diagonal from 4, 5 parallel to the diagonal of 3, 6, and similarly for 1 and 2, and we project the points, respective point, that is 4 dash, 5 dash, and 1 dash and 2 dash.
Good.
On the upper and the lower
Okay. Okay, good.
On
Okay.
6 and check the points and we get the cycle.
Good. I think most of you understand this. Those who are attending, those who are understanding, those who are listening, they must understand this. But I don't know why you're not speaking. When I ask, tell me someone. So no one is ready to speak on their own. But okay, it happens. So any doubt here in displacement diagram? This is important procedure, important concept, how to draw a displacement diagram when the motion is cycloidal motion. Any doubt here, please? Those who drawn, any doubt in while drawing? Okay, actually, some students may not get time to draw it because I'm explaining continuously this procedure. So don't worry, I'm sharing this video. You can draw later on also, but at least what my intention is, you should understand the procedure, how to draw. So any doubt here? Try to speak.
No, sir.
Okay, no. By considering you don't have any doubt in displacement diagram, we'll see now one more new concept, that is how to draw a cam profile when the follower is flat face follower. Remember, the procedure to draw flat face follower is nearly similar to a knife edge follower, only difference in the last step. So those who remember how to draw a cam profile or cam curve when the follower is knife edge follower and knife edge radial, basically here because offset is not given. So the procedure is similar to that. So let's go through that because already we completed 90% procedure. Only last step is different. So now see how to draw a cam profile when the follower is a flat face follower. So what is first step in drawing cam profile is here we need to draw a circle of radius is equal to base circle radius. Remember, for a flat face follower, knife edge follower, we have to draw only one circle, that is base circle, and radius of the base circle, this circle is equal to the base circle radius RB, or minimum radius of the cam. It is given in this problem statement. So with this radius, we draw a circle. And how much given here in this problem? How much radius of the circle is? Yes,
30 mm.
30 mm. RB is equal to 30 mm. You can see here. Now after this, listen now, after this, as the follower is radial follower, you can see here, as the follower is radial follower, hence the first position of the follower is on a perpendicular passing through center of the cam. So first position is here. I'm showing with arrow. Just draw a perpendicular passing through center of the cam. That is your first position of the follower. Now we have to decide how to rotate the follower, because in order to draw the cam profile, what we assume is principle of kinematic inversion. That is, here we assume the cam is stationary and the follower is moving around the cam. Now how, in which direction that cam is rotating, follower is moving, that we decide based on what is rotation of cam. Here it is clockwise rotation of cam is given. So cam rotates clockwise, and if cam rotates clockwise, I have to rotate follower in anti-clockwise way. Always remember opposite way. So if cam rotation given clockwise, we have to rotate this follower in anti-clockwise way, or vice versa. If cam anti-clockwise, the follower we have to move clockwise. In this case, we have to move follower in anti-clockwise manner. Why I just explained? Because cam rotates clockwise and to follow principle of kinematic inversion. Okay, so here I have to mark first method, first position of the follower, that is 0 position, where cam is stationary and it at the base. It is in contact with the cam. Follower is stationary and it is in contact with the cam. So mark that first position and then go on marking next part, that is theta O, theta D, theta R, as procedure we discuss. So here you are marking first position of the follower. As it is a radial follower, if it is offset, then we need to draw offset circle, but it is not offset follower. So we are drawing knife edge radial, flat face radial follower procedure. This is your first position. And as the follower is flat face follower, in the first position, draw position of follower. As the follower is flat face, it is the flat surface of the follower which is in contact with the cam is a flat one. So we'll draw like this. So likewise, after marking first position, perpendicular to cam center, draw this flat face follower. So this is end portion of the flat face follower. You can see this O is cam center and this O dash is the contact portion between flat face follower and the cam. You can see this one is O and this will be 0 position. You can say the follower contact is 0. Now next we have to mark 120 degree, 60 and 90 degree in anti-clockwise manner. So go on marking that 60 degree, 90 degree, and so on. You can see first we mark 120 degree here in anti-clockwise fashion, that is theta O. Next we have to mark 60 degree and next 90 degree. So 60 from here. First one is 120 and then 60. Yes, you can see from here it is 60. So 0 to here, from here it is 0 to 60 degree. 120 plus 60, it is 180. So this one represents dual period. Theta O, this one is theta D. And now mark theta R. How much theta R is? 90 degree. So mark theta R here. That is 90 perpendicular to y axis. That is parallel to x axis because angle is 90. So very simple. Just go on marking theta O, theta D, theta R. Okay. Now, after marking these three positions, we need to mark the corresponding divisions. How many divisions we take for theta O and theta R in the displacement diagram?
6.
Yes,
6.
parts. Here also, remember, the number of divisions in cam profile is equal to number of divisions in displacement diagram. So if for a rise we take 6 parts, remember rise and return divisions may be different, but in this case it is similar as the motion is same. So always it is not same, it may be different. So we have to divide that rise stroke of the cam profile into same number of parts as that of displacement diagram. Also similar to return stroke also. In return stroke also I divide into same parts in which the displacement diagram is divided. So here both parts, that is theta O and theta R, I will divide into 6 parts. As we seen, displacement diagram was divided into 6 parts during rise and 6 parts during return. So divide into 6 parts. Let's see. We can see here it is divided into 6 parts in rise and 6 parts into return. So same parts we are dividing. Okay, now see. So 120 degree into 6 parts, each division is equal to 20 degree. So we divide into 6 parts for rise. Now we make, just we join the divisions, and we know that if it is not a roller follower, then we need to mark the divisions on a base circle. But if it is a roller follower, then mark these divisions on a prime circle. Keep in mind. Here we are marking the divisions on a base circle, and after that, after marking the divisions, naming it, join with cam center. This is 0 position, first position, second position of follower, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So these are the positions of follower. Now to get the follower axis, we need to join them with cam center. Okay, before joining, we just divide this into return stroke also. Here also we have to take 6 parts. As the angle is 90 degree, each division is equal to 15. You can see 15, then 30, 45. Here it is, and so on. 60 and so on. So number of divisions from 0. Actually, it is last division 12, 11, 10. This one is 9, 8. Then 7th. Okay, like this. So again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, like this. The rest of the period is dual period. So we mark now the same individuals as there of displacement diagram. Remember, this posture is similar to a knife edge follower also. Either it is knife edge or a flat pace. And if it is radial follower, this procedure remains same. Keep this thing in mind. Procedure is similar, no change. Now just join the divisions with cam center, which represents follower axis at that positions. So these are the follower axis at particular positions. Let's say G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Just join this follower axis. So after this, now we need to transfer distances. You can see here, initially followed at 0 displacement. At next position it is at 1 dash, next 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. At the rise, it is at the end of the rise, it is at 6 dash. So we need to mark these positions on cam profile also. So let's transfer 1 dash, 1 on a x-axis, 1 dash on a y-axis, corresponding y-axis. So 1 dash distance you can take with scale or you can take with compass and mark here on a cam profile. So 1 is on the base circle, 1 dash on this axis, 2 on the base circle, 2 dash on axis. Let's see how we can just mark it. So this one is, you can see with the scale we are showing here, it is 1 dash, transfer here on this follower axis passing through 1 and 0. So from base circle to 1 dash. So here it is 1 dash. We can mark with compass also, 1 dash. Similarly, we get 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash points by marking corresponding distance. So 2 dash, from displacement diagram I have to transfer this distance, 2 dash. So here also we get 2 dash on a follower axis passing through 2. I think it is clear up to here. Any doubt up to here? Yes. In order to transfer distances, anything, any doubt is here up to here in this cam profile? Or yes or no?
No.
Okay. So just mark that distances. After getting all distances, so we get 6, and remember here 6 dash to 6 dash here. During 12 period, it is stationary, so we can mark directly arc here. No need to join by curve. We can directly take 0 and 6 dash here. Again, here also 6 dash. So distance remains same. We can mark arc directly from 6 dash to 6 dash. Now once you get all these points, that is 0 to 12 again, that is 12 dash again, join them by smooth curve. So let's join them. Okay, there is mistake. I just discussed. We can't join them by smooth curve, but we can join them by smooth curve only if it is knife edge follower. Means the procedure till here it is same. Marking points it is same, but if it is knife edge follower, then we can join them by curve. But if it is flat face follower, through that point, means through 1 dash, I would draw flat face. You can see here in the first position, this surface of the follower is perpendicular to follower axis. So just draw perpendicular through to that follower axis at each position. Through that point obtained, through 1 dash, draw a perpendicular to follower axis. Through 2 dash, draw perpendicular to follower axis. Follower axis means these lines. I'm saying this one. So draw perpendiculars. The next step I'll show you. So we have to draw perpendiculars through 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash. We have to draw perpendiculars only for a flat face follower. Keep in mind. Only when the follower is flat, and draw the length of the perpendicular longer. Why we'll discuss. You can see now we can draw perpendicular to 2 dash. So through 2 dash, draw perpendicular to follower axis. Now, yes, it should be longer than that. That what discuss here. So try to join them. Yes. Again, draw through 3 dash. You can see now. Just draw perpendicular to 3 dash to the follower axis through 3. So this one is follower axis. Draw perpendicular. Draw longer length, because automatically we will get curve. Now through 4 dash, see what you get, the extending length of this perpendicular through 4 dash. So go on drawing these perpendiculars. Now through 5 dash. You can see now these perpendiculars are drawn through each point. And after this, we need to draw a smooth curve passing through base of this tangents or tangent to this perpendicular. You can see we are drawing curve passing through base of this or tangent to this perpendiculars. So this one is tangent to this perpendiculars up to end point. Draw a smooth curve like this. Here it is arc actually. You can draw directly arc for joining this 6 dash to 6 dash. Further, we can draw again tangent to this profile. So 0 to 12 again it is dual here. This portion is dual. And for remaining portion, there is 6 dash to 6 dash. We can join them by arc. So likewise, we can draw a cam profile for this. All of you get procedure here? Understand procedure? Yes, it is clear how to draw cam profile when the follower is flat face follower. Have you noticed change in procedure when it is knife edge follower and flat face follower? Yes.
Sir.
What is the changes? Anyone, please? Because basically, see, yes, you tell me from your side. It is good if you tell me. Yes.
It is knife edge follower, then join the points by smooth curve.
Yes. If it is knife edge follower, then once you get this 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, we directly join that points. Okay. That curve is your cam profile. That means curve passing through 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash will be a cam profile. But here we are not going to draw directly through that points, but we will draw perpendicular through these points and then curve tangent to these perpendiculars. Passing through base of that perpendiculars will give you a final cam profile. So this is a procedure for drawing a cam profile when the follower is a flat face follower. I hope you understand this. If any doubt, please ask.